Ladies and gentlemen, I've got great news when it comes to Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Probably some of you, if not most of you, have already heard of it, but nonetheless the intricate details of such news are what actually made this extremely interesting. So we're all under the impression we're heading for a long wait before we could dive into Season 5. Now this still kinda holds partially true, only now instead of waiting all the way up to January, we'll only have to wait till November. Once Inhumans is done with its first season run, we'll be getting the premiere of the 5th season of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But this isn't really all there is to the recent news. The plan for the 5th season of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. still seems to be for it to air relatively uninterrupted. Now given the show is going to be premiering in November, that's a considerable change when it comes to both the approach the show has operated with in the past and how networks in general do things. My very own expectation here is that the show will come back for a few episodes before it goes on a short winter break, which would cover both Christmas and New Year's. This break will definitely be shorter than what we've been used to over the past seasons, probably 2 weeks at most. It would make sense they won't risk airing episodes during those 2 weeks, considering they would be met with very low viewership compared to the average episode. Now Inhumans will supposedly finish its first season run around the 10th of November, allowing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to air its premiere on the 17th of the same month and its second episode on the 25th. That will give the show the room to air 4 episodes in December, 3 in January, 4 in February, 5 in March, and 4 in April, adding up to the total of 22 episodes the 5th season has been renewed for. Given this scenario, the 5th season will be airing its finale on Friday, the 27th of April, 7 days before Avengers Infinity War premieres in theaters on the 4th of May. So I've discussed the possibility of us seeing S.W.O.R.D. or a variation of them on the 5th season so many times so far, given how Season 4 ended. But now more than ever, that seems pretty viable. Chances are Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to be heavily setting up and tying in with Infinity War, which is considerably the biggest event in the now 10 years of age MCU. There's also this recent Instagram on-set workout video posted by Chloe Bennett, who portrays Daisy on the show, which goes to indicate the S.W.O.R.D. possibility isn't really all that far-fetched. An actor with Kree makeup is seen on that video walking in the background, and it's of course not the first time we've seen Kree on both Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in specific and the MCU in general. The Kree have been mentioned and referenced on the first season of the show and early on in the second season run before we actually got to meet one of them. They've also featured heavily on the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So given this news, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. might still have a decent chance at renewal for a 6th season post-airing its 5th, even though not everyone finds interest in the show, and even though the Friday time slot might have initially sounded like it's where the show is gonna go to die. If the show manages to heavily tie in with a much anticipated movie like Infinity War, while providing a decent build-up towards it, the success of the 5th season will definitely beat that of the 4th. We all know the show's 4th season has been the best so far. But on other Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. news, there has been talk for a while now on the reorganization of the Secret Warriors team, a team that has seemingly been doomed with the death of Lincoln at the very end of the 3rd season. Now nothing is really confirmed here, but the news that seems to be circulating talks about the new team of Secret Warriors, including Robbie Reyes in place of the deceased Lincoln. It's also rumored the show might bring back old characters that we haven't seen in a while, Hellfire and Absorbing Man being mentioned by name on this one. But finally, the possibility of an Inhumans and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. crossover has been teased by the Inhumans show creators, even though nothing is set in stone yet. Most of the words and phrases used there have been around the lines of like to see, would be great, and you never know. But the one thing that has been confirmed for sure is that both worlds are heavily tied in, given both shows work in the same universe, and Inhumans have to set up accordingly and with full awareness of the existence of Inhumans on Earth. So do let me know in the comments what you thought of the news on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and if you're excited it's going to be coming back to our screens earlier than we originally expected. Let me know as well what you think of the possibility it would heavily tie in with Infinity War. And don't forget to slap a much appreciated sexy like of yours on this video, and while you're at it, subscribe and enable notifications. But until I see you next time, thank you all for watching and have a wonderful day.